All right, with that, thought of the day. Give it up for Gonzalo one more time.
Thank you. Well, hello everybody. So I'm all over the place because there's so many things that I've been thinking about. To begin with, I'm going to share with you that, I just went to South Dakota for like 2.5 weeks. So we went to visit our cousins, the Lakota people. So this experience really has got me thinking and meditating on what it is to be a human being, right? So because I spent so much time in prison, in my head, doing spiritual work, getting out of prison, living in the city. So even though I grew up in a way very humble, with very humble people, indigenous people, my grandma, I always carry that badge of honor that I know where I come from and all this, but nonetheless, moving forward, as a 46-year-old man now in the city, living in the city for almost 6 years that I've been out, it made me realize how, as a human being, and I don't want to go into preaching and all that and hating on white people, but it made me realize, being present in there, how much I'm lacking myself when it comes to spiritual giving, when it comes to be present on my feet, when it comes to walking, seeing people, taking a little moment just to appreciate the human being that is in front of me, and not just passing by and say, I'll get with you, or seeing a homeless folk in the street, and not stopping even if I have a $20 bill when I expect Father Greg to give me some money when I come to see him. So it made me kind of like center myself, because I will share with you what I was giving over there. At first I was struggling like a city person would, because I was isolated, I was in the middle of nowhere. So I was struggling with it myself, but I realized it's a struggle that goes on inside of us. It's a struggle like being still, being present, complaining. I was complaining, and then boom, something hit me, because I'm not going to go into details what the Sundance is, but I will tell you this, it really truly shook my core as far as being who I am as a human being, as a servant, as a man who served so much time in prison and was in the middle of violence, because there was these folks in there, like Lakota people, that offered me love, beauty, generosity, no restrictions. I was hearing stories from the person that was passed down from generation to generation. And then I thought to myself when I was alone, why us want to infringe on people's way, right? I've been to churches, mosques, temples, and it made me realize that why do we want to infringe on other people's way when, for instance, the Lakota people have such a beauty, they have a system for everything. You don't need a psychology. You don't need foster care. This brother told me, yeah, in our way, if my brother loses his life or my sister, those are my kids now, right? He called me Kola, which means friend, and then within a few days, he called me cousin. Like, I was thinking, like, we don't do that in the city. A homeboy, we get close to that. And now, like I say, reflecting in this, when we're moving the street because it signified life, I suddenly realized life is about life. It's about giving. And I'm speaking for myself. It's about giving of ourselves and getting out of our heads. And if I am going to be a servant, like I have to gear myself up, start complaining about like labeling people like this is a bad trainee, that's a good trainee and all that. And this is for my own journey, and I'm sharing that with you guys because you guys have been my backbone. All you guys, whether I'm mean, whether I'm happy, whether I'm cheerful, whether I'm sharing my love, whether somebody comes and hugs me and I don't want that. But I realized this is my Lakota people here. You guys are my people. I hope. That's it. Yeah.